Hi, did you know why most business never scale? Did you know that over 90 of business never scale beyond the owner working on stock mentality? Not because the idea is bad, no, that's not what I'm talking about, but because they build the business in a way that can never grow. In this video, I'll show you the 5 hiring reasons most business you stay small forever and how to avoid them. And when you have a one man operation, okay, so that's very hard for you to use it all different caps. You're doing everything by yourself. Of course, we understand when you are a small business, let's say when you operated 20, 30, $50,000, you need to do that because you don't have a margin, you don't have a money to pay employee who can easily cost you 35 grand a year, 35, 40, it depends on the employee. So we understand that. But I had a mastermind one day and I met a guy, he was like working around like $100 million a year plus. And he told me something I never forgot. He said, I never start a business if the business is not scalable. So the key for you who want to scale your business, since day one, you know where you want to be in 5, 10 years. That's super important. You build something scalable, not something limited. So everything you do, even if you started today, okay, work by yourself, my recommendation for you, for Impact Innovators is, think about a business you can scale. Maybe not today, but you build something scalable. So that way, when the time comes, you'll be ready to do so. So the reality of a small business, so that's the problem we met. Most businesses stay stuck in the survival level because they were very worried about to survive, and so they stuck on that situation for a little while. The best scenario is when you have like your $50,000, $70,000 or even less. Maybe you can get someone to help you, because when you have someone to help you, you can do more business, even if it's a part-time. Believe it or not, but you're going to be surprised. So how many people they looking for a part-time, not a full-time to make 35, 40, 50 grand. They looking for a part-time. And those people, they can help you for key jobs. So that way you don't have to hire a full-time job person until you're able to do so. So the revenue, you need to grow the revenue. Sometimes if you not get yourself ready, the growth becomes chaotic. That's not what you're looking for. You really want something when you have a peace of mind, when you can grow, you can have a time for your family, time to do however you want. But the truth is, most businesses aren't designed to scale. They are designed to survive. And that is something you don't want to do it. That's why our recommendation is day one, build something scalable, something you know will be scalable with the process, systems, put everything in place. You know they can scale. Okay, let's break down the real reason scaling never happens. Reason number one: the business depends on the owner. If the business depends on the owner, it's very hard to scale, because usually the business, it's the owner mind. That's why a lot of people say the business never broke, or the business never can break. What break is the owner mind. If the owner mind break, so the whole business collapse, the whole business done, it's finished. So that's why it's more important than the business is the business owner. So that way he can stay still until he's grown enough to hire employees to be successful. So that's really important. Uh, when you, let's say you are running a business for 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, or even $100,000, okay? So it's important you have a good system, a scalable system. You have a good employees, even part-time or full-time. When you have that, it will be much easier for you to grow. So that way the business, it's really don't depend on yourself. Some people, they sabotage themselves. They said, oh, the business cannot survive without me. That's not a win, to be honest with you. That's something you not have to be proud about it. The good business don't depend on you. If you can make one call for your business a week, even better. So everything working flawless, seamless, all day, all week, all month. That's the best business. I remember I saw one guy. He said he had a business, $50 million. He thought the business was $50 million. And when he's got a third-party company to price his company, they said, your business, it's not worth $5 million. Why? We operated here $50 million a month. And he said, well, but every single one depends on you. Everybody, they need to talk to you before doing anything. So your business don't have autonomy. So you have a $50 million business who depend on you. The investor, they don't want to buy that business. They don't want to start here answer every single question from every single employee. So you need to build a system who works by themselves. And they tell you, to be honest, you can be surprised how proud you can be when the employee said, oh, the customers even don't ask you by your name. So it's really cool because, I mean, the business works by itself. So they have the employees who answer the phone, who do the job, the managers who handle everything. So the business works itself. That's really cool. So that's why you don't want your business depend on you forever. So you have to remove it from the operations as soon as possible. Okay. Also, the owner handles sales, operations, delivery, everything. If the owners stop, the business stops, as we spoke. So the most important for you take away from this here, the gold nugget is if the business can't run without you, it's not a business, it's a job. So you have to fix this. You don't want this. How you fix this? We spoke a little bit with the systems, documentation, delegation. When we're talking about delegation, it's not you just abandon, no. You delegate the jobs and you have a KPIs so in place to be sure what is supposed to be done will be done. I want to share you something. I want to share something with you. You always can have the employees, managers, directors, but never trust them blindly. Always have reports coming to you so you can verify them to be sure the everything is work as it's supposed to be. I remember one guy, he's got to be the third billionaire, number 3 in the world, and he lost everything. He had more than 400 directors running his company, and because the guys have added bonus if the company was doing well, so they messed with the reports, so they didn't report to the owner the right reports because they was afraid to lose the $1 million in bonus, so they report wrong numbers. The owner did all investment believing on those numbers, and he's broke. Today he's recovering, but don't trust blindly. Trust them, but be sure you have someone or you yourself can see the KPIs to be sure all numbers it's accurate and it's going to the direction you want to the company to go. Many businesses are built for effort, not to scale. Don't forget that. Example of non-scalable models. Trading time for money, custom services, manual processes. Example of scalable models. Digital products, software licenses, automation, key point. So the most important you to find is scalable business. So scaling requires leverage, technology, system, and teams. So if you have no systems, you have no process. Most businesses run on memory instead of a system. That's no good. If you have your business running on memory, that's really, really bad. Because I remember one time a guy has bought a company, and the key employee who knows everything in the company, he decided left the company. So you can see the big problem the owner now faces. I have myself, for example, for a few times I had the employees quit once, and that gave me a really hard time, because in that time I was doing pretty much 90% in the company, and you don't want everything is just one in the memory of few people or one people. Okay, so clear workflows, automation. So for example, McDonald's doesn't scale because of burgers. It scales because of systems. They have a system for everything. System to do the burgers, system to pick it up for delivery. They use the system for everything, and the system is teachable. So if you have a system, you have a teachable system. So now you can have a scalable business. Don't forget about that. Sometimes the people don't scale business as well because fear of delegation. The entrepreneurs often says, nobody can do like me. It's faster if I do it. Not really. Did you know one day I thought like that as well? And not only myself, it's all my friends as well. I remember one day I was talking to them, and one of them says, hey, I can do $25,000 a week, one carb, only myself. I'm the best. I looked to him and I said, you are not better than I can do much better than you. But when you recognize some people can do better than you just remove yourself that burnout and let people do their jobs. Sometimes you get surprised. People can do much better than you, and I learned that. I had a lot of really, really great employees. Those guys did an amazing job, and many of them better than I. So then I told that friend of mine, you can get surprised what people can do it. You just need to give them a chance. And just forget about I'm the best. You don't want to be the best. You want to have the best company in town work for you and make money. That's what you're looking for. Is that right? So then that's a big lesson, okay? So people can do their jobs and they can do very well, of course. When you delegate, just be sure you follow up, okay? Maybe have a meeting one time a week or have a manager to taking care of that, but just not let go. But you can have a meeting to see how's everything going, what can be improved. That way, you're going to get really good results. Because when the employee, the owner, they think nobody can do like me, or it's faster if I do it. What happened? So that happened. The owner burnout, growing ceiling. They cannot grow more than their ceiling. So scaling requires letting go of control. You have to let go. Yes, you have to let go. You need to trust people. Trust people, but don't trust blindly, okay? Let's have this difference here. Trust people, but not blindly. Trust people, but with KPIs, with supervision. So, so let's say, let's get that guy, for example, the billionaire who lost a lot of money. For example, he had 400 directors or so. So he can get like a director of 400, directors of 200, of 100, of 50, of 10. He can have a sub-levels who was taking care and conform those KPIs. You just cannot believe the KPIs blindly, but it's important. You delegate. Hiring slowly. Don't try to hire as many as you can. Hire slowly. Hire the best in the market. If you if you don't find someone who you can hire, go to the other companies, go to the market, get them in the market, the best candidates. It's in the market. Give them the clear roles, the clear expectation, what the company expects from them. Also, the reason number 5, some business they do not scale, lack of focus. So that's really important. You need to understand where you want to go. You want to go from point A to point B. You really need to have a clear vision where you want it to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. So that way, when you have a clear vision, so now you can focus to get that. So every single day will be one step shorter, less to reach that goal. So lack of focus, it's bring you the fail, bring you to not let you to scale your business. So it's really, really, really important. Be focused. Know what you want to, know exactly where you want to go, what exactly you want to reach. Many businesses try to do too many things at the same time. It's a big problem. You need to focus 1, 2, 3, so that way you can keep focus and you can remove the distractions. For example, multiple services, too many products, no niche, scaling companies. For you scale a company, you need to focus on one scalable offer. Could be a product, could be a service, could be one product, could be however you want. But less product or service you have, better for you scale your business, your company. So the fast growing companies usually scale one thing extremely well. That's the best. If it's burger, it's burger. If it's pizza, it's pizza. So that's so important. You understand that. When you have one product or one service, for you scale will be much easier. Okay. The scaling framework: simple solution, simple and efficient. If you have that framework, you're going to scale your business. Simple and efficient. To scale a business, you need 4 pillars. 4 pillars. A scalable offer, something that can grow without increasing effort. Systems, process that repeat. Team or automation, remove the owner from the operations. And the distribution, marketing channels that scale. For example, scaling happens when revenue grows faster than effort. Most business never scale because they were never designed to scale. But once you build in the right system, leverage, and a model, growth becomes predictable. If you want more videos about building scalable business and using AI to create leverage, subscribe to the channel. Comment below, that's the biggest challenge you're facing in scaling your business. We're here to help you. Thank you very much. See you next time.